Hello!
Hello.
How are we doing?
Feeble.
I know.
Yes. I've got all quiet. I'm good, Johnny. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. I'm trying to leave all the things, trying to get out too many screens. Always the case of too many screens. How was your SaturGAY been?
I have been doing uni work all bloody day and then DIY
Oh,
with a power tool on the allotment.
what kind
Exciting.
of university work is that then? Is that like a practical that you've got to do?
I'm getting ready to sue every bugger that's upset me over the years. No, so what's happened at university is, as you know, I started university last year, and then it's distance learning, so it's how it is, I suppose. And then suddenly, my tutor for this module, which is all about the rules of law, etc., has suddenly disappeared. So we're doing all the coursework. We're like, okay, should there not be a tutor doing this? And then it suddenly got wind by whatever you call the head of a university. And so they realised the tutors left. That's why we're doing this module.
Have you
And
scared them off?
I did send him an email. I won't say his name because he actually is local.
Oh,
he
like,
goes to Reading
hello, uni
University as
teacher.
well. And so they've had to rush all these lessons in. So hence, it's quite serious being a lawyer. You're training as a lawyer anyway. But you're trying to cram all the basics in, the stuff that sets you up for the next 3 years. So there's lectures everywhere and anywhere at the moment. So if anyone wants to know about the intent of Parliament, statutory intention, judicial precedent, today I've been your man.
Oh, there we go. So hello, Darren. He's listening from radio for in the bath. I hope you're listening with the radio at a very safe distance because obviously that's.
I think
not
he's
gonna
dropped it. Looking at those extra letters.
I was going to say, well, I hope you enjoyed Radio F.O.D. in the bath. It was the F.O.D Uncles with their warm-up show, and what a cracking show that was. That was absolutely brilliant. Helen, hello, Helen, lovely to see you. I have to wave with that hand so it doesn't get kind of chopped off and what have you. So that's really cool. Looking forward to see you a little bit later. Brendan, hello. So wonderful show tonight. Absolutely amazing. 100%, I think that says from Darren. Thoroughly enjoyed the show there. So that's really, really good. It's been quite a busy week with radios and things and what have you this week, hasn't it?
It has been our busiest week ever. One second, I'm going to try to burp. On the bubbles, so I forget what it does to me. With no fooding, so you can get takeaway beforehand. I think this week's been amazing.
It has. Not drinking yet, but we'll be later. Okay, no, that's cool.
Drink the bath.
Drink all the water in the bath. That's the best way. I mean, that's how you make prosecco, isn't it? That's got bubbles in the bath.
I don't know. I just have a bath bomb. I like to live dangerously.
No, some friends used to have for birthdays and Christmas would buy me kind of like bath things and I live in a flat with a shower. I don't have a bath unless I can come to your place. No, I don't have a bath. Oh. I've only got a shower.
My old flat, not the one I sold on Cantilever, the one before, that didn't have a bath, and I spent years missing a bath, and now I have a bath. I don't use it. It stores toilet rolls. It's my pandemic basket.
Darren's looking forward to the quiz on Monday. I think we're all looking forward to the quiz on Monday. The quiz is on Monday. If you've not kind of joined in with the quiz on Monday, why not? It's really, really good fun. We'll tell you a little bit more about the quiz a little bit later. David's in the room as well. Hello, David. Sorry about that.
Is he waving or is he palm reading? I can't tell.
That's the wave. So that's really cool.
They should have it moving, shouldn't they, really?
I know, like animated emoticons. I find it difficult just to say emoticons.
Other words are available. We don't use them, but they're there.
Other words are available. No, because we had the quiz on a Monday, which was always great fun. So thoroughly enjoying. We're getting quite a good kind of attendance on that, and that's really, really good fun. On Tuesday, we had the Lady Loft show with our new presenter, Rachel, and that was absolutely incredible. With lots and lots of wonderful kind of LGBTQ music from both locally and from wider afield. There was a great interview section as well, so that was really good, really interesting. Hearing about them, and it was just a really, really enjoyable show. And then Gary's show on Thursday was really cool with the radio. He's an oral pleasure. Yes. And then obviously yesterday with the F.O.D Uncles on their show, and their show again today. So Amy's in the room. Hey Amy, lovely to see you. I think
that's a crystal ball from David.
That is a crystal ball from David. What have you seen, David, that you're not quite... What is it? What's your predictions? What's your predictions there? I'm just going to go back to Amy for a moment. I should have thought about this, actually. I don't have some music to play, but I think we should all be wishing Amy a very, very happy birthday. So everyone, please type in the chat, happy birthday, Amy. We don't have to say happy birthday, Amy. Just say happy birthday, Amy. And then I'm sure she'll appreciate that. So please, lots of appreciation for...
Blow your candle out, Amy. Oh, no, we'll light it. I've got no smoke detectors in there.
Well, you've been smoking in there anyhow. So it's kind of like...
there we go, Amy. Blow it out.
Wine bath, Pinot, not tried Prosecco. Well, not in the bath. And yeah, got both here and a bath shower. There we go. See, the love is coming in the room already. So we've got a happy birthday to Amy from David. We've also got it from Rich. Hello, Rich. How are you? Good to see you on the chat, which is really cool. There's some cakes, there's some party poppers. We've got, I think that's a cat with a little hat on there. I know, because you are very, very old, Amy. We're allowed to say that because it's your birthday. So there we go. There's lots. You're tart. Basically, you're tart.
I love the fact that Darren thought it was Halloween and put a red balloon.
It's a
do you want to come and play,
balloon.
Amy?
It's a party balloon.
I got KFC down here.
Wow. Well, you always like to take things into the gutter, don't you, though, Jamie?
When you look low down, looking up, you just see the stars. Beautiful.
Wow. So you had a school back at school day today. I know I can get away with saying that because you've already told me off for saying college and
you said college,
downgrading it from university to college. So I just say school.
It's not a spelling bee.
Oh no, that comes later. That'll come later. Just for the dread of Helen and David. It's like, shh, my goodness, they're going to do spelling bee. Well, might be. You're both teachers. Hello, Martin. Lovely to see you in the room. As I was saying, really, really great show. My excitement for today was I went to see the all new Banksy.
Oh, you've been under the bridge.
I went over to the bridge. I had to go. There was no kind of trolls down there, which is quite lucky.
Oh, trolls! So that was a word, not billy goat. Sorry.
Okay,
I get my poems, nursery rhymes mixed up.
You get everything mixed up, sweetheart. So if I know I had to go into town just briefly for a few kind of essentials, and I thought, do you know what? Whilst I'm there, I'm going to walk across. And even though I used to live in Caversham, I forgot how much of a walk it is just to get to the river where the new Banksy is. So I got a little.
Did you not have your roller skates with you?
No, funny enough, was really interesting thing about that is I don't have any. So that's
you
my
get some.
Oh yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, that'll be great.
Hooters.
Just sort of like. Okay, yeah, that's not my memory of Hooters, but there we go. But no, they're going to stay inside. I've never been. I never went to Hooters. Every time I went to America for work, there was lots of jokes about kind of going to Hooters and what have you, and I never went, and it's fine. Are the subtitles yours, or have I got the wrong settings? Now I noticed yesterday that when I was watching your show, Jamie, and I was watching from Facebook, that Facebook comes up and it has these magical auto incorrect subtitles, and they're actually quite hilarious because majority of the words that it comes up are just insanely wrong. They're just totally wrong. And I couldn't find a particular setting in Facebook to switch it off, so I ended up having to just put up with the fact that there are subtitles. So no, the subtitles are not ours, Rich. They are from the Book of Face, and we've got the added fun of them being automatically incorrect as well. So that's really quite cool. So that was my day, and then I had the not very interesting task of trying to buy some citric acid powder, because the Dyson air ventilator humidifier filter thing that I've got needed a deep clean, and I went to goodness knows how many shops in order to try and buy some, but eventually I did, and so I went through the deep clean cycle of the Dyson humidifier. That's the kind of exciting life that I lead. So there we go.
Sounds it.
Evening, Rob. Don't worry about being late. It's really good to see you in the chat. So that's really nice. And Hannah was saying there was auto subtitles on theirs yesterday, but obviously not today. So I've got no idea.
I think
I was clearly
which page you're watching.
Oh, here we go. Which one should we do? We should do that laugh. I was clearly Dyson with death. So yes, thank you.
Ooh, it's a bit worse, isn't it?
That's thrown you, Jamie. It really has thrown you.
Oh, it has. I might just scratch my armpit for a fact.
I think that makes for great TV as well. You know, just like scratching your armpits. It's always good.
Very sweaty. No, I was going to say to Helen, I think it's only on the Club F.O.D page that will get subtitles. I think, because I think it must be the Club F.O.D page that is set up. Obviously, I'm a deaf man. That we have automatically have subtitles on, but I don't think we have it on at home or F.O.D TV. We really need to check the settings. But if you go into the little cog, and if you want them, you want to be left out, you should be able to put them on anyway.
Okay, well that's really interesting to know. I didn't know that. I just because I think I was watching it from Club F.O.D yesterday, because that was the one that goes live first, and I didn't want to then end up being kind of behind with all the comments and what have you. So how is everybody out there in the whole kind of wonderland? How has your weekend been? How has your week been? Tell us on the chat. Got a question? Ask us. Just kind of engage with us and tell us everything about yourself. If you're new to the stream, you haven't said hello yet, please do say hello and just kind of wave to everybody. And if you haven't, you can wish Amy a happy birthday. I think that's kind of like a good way of doing that. So what's the apart from, because you covered a lot of the news of the week and what have you yesterday, but what's the kind of main highlights of news that you would maybe want to discuss today?
What, me personally or the people at home?
Well, people at home, have you got any views or comments about different things and what have you? I didn't know whether there was anything, Jamie, that you wanted to kind of get my view on, get my opinion on.
Have we had anything happen today? I've been so out of it with uni work. Has any news happened today?
I don't know. Do you know what? I haven't really been paying much attention to anything on there. I've not. Normally, I've got the kind of BBC News channel on. David said yesterday. David Lane said yesterday in the chat. Just quickly, there's a happy birthday, Amy, from Rob, with lots of balloons and things and what have you. Oh, yes, Rich, there was a big demonstration in London. I don't know what's quite occurred with that one.
Oh, is that the lockdown demonstration?
I think it's the demonstration about not being allowed to demonstration. as a
Let's
result
go
of...
to our live reporter.
Go for live reporter out there on just coming in from the studio, just coming in.
I'm trying to turn the sound down.
Yeah, let's turn the sound down. So, and Mark is wishing Amy a happy birthday as well. So yes, so there was the because of all the events that happened with the vigil for.
It was actually lockdown measures.
Was it against? Today. Was that against? Oh right, anti-tinfoil hatters. Okay, so it was all about the vaccine and the lockdowns and things. So okay, fair enough.
Protesters in Germany as well.
So Erica, I was cooking dinner and tried to group call a few of my friends, but everybody is eating or busy. Felt a bit lonely in the kitchen. Then, wife too busy watching telly, I remembered your show and tuned in. Boom! Thanks for being there. Well, there we go. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you. It's really
glad to be your first choice, Erica.
I know. I was going to say it was so nice to be your first choice. You know, it's kind of like absolutely brilliant. But you know, you've got all your friends that you can like send the link and say, watch this amazing show. You know, Sophie, and you know, Jamie, get on the show. So that's really cool. The demo about the impact on the mental and physical and financial health on people because of lockdown, and also the general shit show of this government. Okay, fair enough. Amy's had her 5G upgrades yesterday, so yes, that was obviously mine was in this arm. So yes, so that's cool. I did go onto Amazon Smile.
Or Smiley, as that says.
2 bottles of Camillero as recommended by the F.O.D uncles, and I have to let you know it should come later during the week because we talked about mixing it with Bailey's. Hope the F.O.D uncles are all right. The music was good. Not now. I've dissed them for not answering my calls. Okay, just send them along to the party of SaturGAY Live. So there's I've not seen. Hopefully it's not going out of hand. The protesting in the same way that
they only arrested dozens apparently.
Yes,
the dozens doesn't sound like a lot, does it really? But
other shopping sites are not available. I like that.
Yes.
Because you have to go to smile.amazon and you put in the Club F.O.D as your charity of choice, and then every time you make a payment for something, it doesn't cost you anything extra. We get a donation, and it all goes into our fund of diversity. And Mark is saying yes, there were several demos in London today. The other thing that I saw kind of during the week and what have you, and I just wanted to have a kind of little conversation around that, was there is this apparently there is this notion that's been introduced by I think typically it's part of some LGBT groups who are historically kind of anti-trans, certain particular kind of ones, and they were talking about that they want to introduce a new sexuality, and they've also given them a flag as well. They've created themselves a flag, and they're calling themselves, I hope I get the name right. It's their super straight. It's not just that they're straight, they are super straight. And by the difference being that they're super straight means that they do not believe in the notion of trans men or trans women, and that will not date anybody who kind of identifies as non-binary or trans, either pre or post-op. And it's kind of like, what the Dickens is kind of that all about, as a way of trying to kind of get them, like trying to insert themselves into the whole LGBTQ plus kind of alphabet, in attempt to make it okay for them to try to erase a huge portion of the population. which I think is just completely insane and outrageous. So I don't know. Have you come across that?
I haven't. Otherwise, I would have mentioned that in Gay Gossip yesterday. So, is this something that's happened this week, or I'm not spotted that. So, I commented yesterday on my show that I always a lot of people get hung up on how they identify the letters, and I've always just seen people as Soph, Brendan, Martin. So it never occurs to me that all this stuff goes on. I'm a very simplistic country bumpkin at heart, from Kent. So I just see people as people. I think,
and that's the thing. I don't know why we have to try and alienate a whole group of people and say, actually, I'm sorry, you don't exist, right? Yes. But then justifying that view to say, oh no, we're part of the alphabet now, so we're allowed to say that. It was like, no, you are not. You're clearly not part of my alphabet.
Yeah. We're not a spaghetti. We're not alphabet spaghetti. So I haven't seen that, and I can guarantee there's probably. I mean, what shocked me this week is I was actually doing some research. Actually, it was part of my degree course, and I wanted to tackle something from the LGBT Alliance, and then I thought I'm going to look at their website. I've never looked at their website, and I never realised how many chapters now, or groups, or subdivisions of the LGBT Alliance are across the world. And I thought, why is this shocking? Going everywhere?
It's absolutely shocking. It really, really is. Martin saying that they're very great and they hope that Darren enjoys the Cantilever salted caramel rum. Every little bit helps, even if it's a small amount. You muted yourself a bit late there, mate. W is still available though. Okay. And we were on Zoom until Brendan was saying we were on Zoom until stupid o'clock. Decided to go for a snooze this afternoon. Martin set his alarm for 3:45 and switched it off instead of snoozing. Woke up at 4:50 in a panic for the radio show. Yes, I understand it was another late kind of show yesterday. I think I bailed at about midnight or 1. I think it might have been 1 o'clock. I kind of bailed and what have you. So that was really, really good.
We left at 10:30 to go to uni stuff this morning, but actually ended up watching a film in bed, which was quite nice. It was the most stupidest film ever, but I think it might end up being a cult film on Netflix called Starliner or something.
Okay, I'll have to look it up because there's a couple of things that I'm watching at the moment. Obviously, I was watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was aired, like episode 1 was aired yesterday on Disney Plus, and then David Lane had said about oh gosh, I've forgotten what it was called now. Big Sky, also available on Disney Plus. So it got me to watch the entire thing, and now there's the next brand new kind of episode. So we were trying to sort out the watch together. So on Disney Plus you can actually watch lots of you can watch the same thing with up to about 6 friends. So we spent quite a bit of time this morning trying to get that all kind of working so we could watch this next episode, because there was like, I think I knew that as you were watching it through, it was going to be a whole kind of sequence of oh my gosh, oh no, with all different things that were happening. Jamie is watching Cults, apparently.
Actually, I was watching Cagney and Lacey before I came on tonight, and I've got it on pause down there as long as Mano doesn't fast forward or anything, because I need to know what happens.
Rich wants to know about his favourite film joke. I was having a conversation with Rich early on and we were talking about things, and he said, do you want to know what my favourite film is? And I was like, yeah, okay, go on. And he said, Cling. So there we go. That was, look, and if anyone thinks that my mum jokes are bad, there's just a classic example of they're not as bad as Richard's. Yes. We finished at about 3 in the morning, I think. It was like, so David, if you're watching, please do the necessary and join in. Helen is waiting in the wings. So we've got a fantastic, brilliant game show segment because obviously I'm driving, which is why I'm in the driver's seat. So I'm driving this week.
Yes. Who knew left and right had positions?
I know, it was fine. So David is also joining. So David is in the green room as well. Oh, I need to assign them to guest 3, otherwise that's not going to work. So that was kind of like bit surprised about that whole kind of super straight stuff. So
I should look that up to find out who's behind it.
I think it is the LGBT kind of alliance because they are the ones that are. So yes. So before we kick off into the game show segment, I think there was you did a little reveal yesterday for those that were watching on Friday night Wake's World. A kind of do you want
yes,
do you want to take it away, Jamie?
Take it away. I need drum beats. A year ago today, Club F.O.D announced when the lockdown was happening that we were going to be with you every week right up until the end of the pandemic. We're still in the pandemic, and so I've literally been doing something, whether it's SaturGAY, Wake's World, every week now for a year. So I have to concentrate on I say career is not until 3 years' time, the university degree, and other stuff that I do as CEO of Club F.O.D. So I'm taking a step back. So Wake's World this Friday will be the last Wake's World. It's a break. It's not the end. It's a break because sometimes you need to find a gap to re-energize and that sort of thing. And I will only be doing every other SaturGAY Live from now on. But don't panic. I am going to be doing a radio show because you haven't got to prepare anything for that. Ask anyone else. Press play. Hello. Press play. Hello. Yeah, we can do that. But my time is very much focused on doing the degree. If you've ever done a law degree, I'm sure there's a few solicitors watching. It's actually it's more intense than I thought it was going to be. I'd watched too much Ally McBeal. So I thought it would be nice and easy, and it's not. So I have to focus on that a little bit more. So it's not goodbye. It is, because I'm going to be here every other week with SaturGAY Live and then the radio show. And for the foreseeable, the quiz. The quiz, we're always seeing how it goes because we do pay for that ourselves to make it work, to make it happen. So I think Sophie would like a new co-host, so please volunteers. Send an email through.
Apparently, right, I think it's just very clear that you clearly don't like me driving, which is incredibly upsetting because apart from the fact I crashed the internet that first time, just the once. The fact that I've since had all the internet kind of redone and what have you, have upgraded. She's
posh with her internet. The amount of gigabytes
I know.
she gets.
I've got one gigabit Ethernet, which is really cool. So yeah, it's gonna feel kind of like weird and odd not having you.
No, but then you look forward to the weeks that we are together, so it gets good. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you agree. I think Sophie can. Sophie makes out she has bundles of confidence and she does it.
I know. I can talk to you. I love taking the mickey out of you and saying all the jokes
That's
that
not a gift.
go completely over your head, and everyone's laughing because they can see that you don't get my references. It's when I'm there. It's when I'm there. As you will see later, towards the end of the show, it's when I'm there by myself that I just don't have much to say, but I'm sure I will find and figure things out. So, Jamie, I want to say thank you so much for giving us all this kind of this platform. Obviously, showing me the ropes with this particular piece of software because it's a bit of a pain. And we'll see how it goes. So it's still going to be the Jamie and Sophie. Sophie and Jamie. It's the Jamie and Sophie show, like every other week, and then quite rightly, I get my place, and it will be the Sophie show. I will take over the world, and then looking for
ITV. Watch out. John says, he says, Sophie is amazing. Hello, John. I'm still here. I haven't gone left. You can make a compliment if you want.
Hey, John.
David says, get on Sheila's wheels. Well, they're going to do an advert for us, but we'll bear that in mind. And Amy says, are we going to have the Sophie Mum Joke show? I think you've already got it, and that's why I feel it's safe for me to skip out the door to the lounge.
I know. Well, this is it. You're going to skip out the door to the lounge and what have you. There was a comment that I missed there from John as well. I hope both of you that super straight, we need to fight. So I think we need to kind of stand up against this notion of super straight. For Sophie's driving. Okay.
I've not been in the car with Sophie, so I don't know. I've been on the bus with Sophie. It's not quite the same thing, but
but no, thank you very much, Jamie. I do want to. So if I go on to this one, so Jamie, thank you so very much. It's been absolutely wonderful being your co-host on this show. I think we're still gonna. I still get the chance to take the mickey out of you every other week, so that's something to look forward to.
Well, I don't have to be there if you take the mickey, as we're finding out.
Yes.
I think the other thing to bear in mind is, I am currently the CEO of Club F.O.D. We have a lot of other stuff happening that we need people to drive that as well. So I'm going to be taking over the launch of the befriending service, for example, which is going to take a lot of my time and effort because I am so passionate about, Club F.O.D. And I'm going to say this to everyone that's been involved since we started. Let's see if I can get everyone's names in the right order. So thank you to Vibka, to John, who's Viola, to Vanessa Ectomy, to Brendan, to Martin, to Lawrence, to Susie, to Darren, who helped film 1 week. We've had, obviously, Sophie. Thank you to... I'm missing loads of people. Thank you to Gary. Thank you to Gloria. Thank you to you guys. It almost reminds me of when the last SaturGAY Live, when we were clubs open, we sat there and thanked everyone. And we were naive. We forgot that people would not necessarily want to suddenly leave their houses, and we didn't realise how much of a lifeline the work that Club F.O.D was doing virtually was for a lot of people. So I'm so pleased that we came back and did it, because we know it does make a difference. And Club F.O.D is very much about preventing social isolation within the LGBT plus community. But with the befriending service, for example, we're now going to be going to those people that we've forgotten. We have, literally. And we're taking a different measure. We're taking about reducing socialization, and anything that makes the LGBT plus community better now means the people of the future don't have the same challenges and issues and problems in the future that we've all gone through. So thank you for letting me say that, and thank you everyone for staying tuned for a year. But I'm not disappearing completely. I'm just having a break so I can get my assessments in on time and not be the naughty schoolgirl that gets them in last minute, because that's not good. John says, Sophie will be an amazing driver. I'm just looking back to see if John actually made a compliment about me. Still not there, John. No,
never mind. I'm driving, so if I don't bring it up onto the screen, it doesn't happen. But thank you so much, Jamie. It's been absolutely wonderful. I look forward to doing our every other week show together, and then we'll talk a bit about the other guests and what have you next time. But without further ado, they're waiting in the guest room. Thank you very much, Jamie.
I'll see you later.
I will try and move over to our game show segment. So hold tight, everyone.
Who's ready to win absolutely nothing? It's time for the Club F.O.D Midnight Game.
Hello! How are we both?
Yeah, hi.
Very happy to be on.
Thank you so much for coming on. So this is really cool. So Helen and David, just got a little wave to everybody out there in the whole kind of the big world of the internet. I think because I can't say the book of Facebook or Facebook land or YouTube land because it's everywhere. It's all of the things. We stream out to all the different kind of places. So there we go. Those and John did finally say that they will miss Jamie as well. Oh, that was only because you were forced into saying it. That didn't come out of free will. That was out of sympathy, I think. And there was a big woo 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 from Rich as well. So that's really cool. And how are you both? Are you ready for our "She's Making It Up as She Goes Along" game show segment? How are you all doing?
Yeah, fine.
Very good.
I reserve saying anything more until I know what's actually happening.
It's the panic that was like Martin is going, it's teach and prof. So yes, we have, for those that know from the Monday night quiz, we've got David is teach and Helen is prof. So you're both working in the education sector. So we should be expecting, everybody, I think you should agree on this one, pretty high scoring rounds, I think, is what we expect from both of you. I think that's how it kind of works. What's been your highlight of the week? Let's have a little bit of a chat first. It was like, I am now driving for the rest of the show and I don't have anyone telling me off in case the quiz goes on for too long. You're going to be here for hours, everyone. Hours. Absolute hours.
I think my highlight of this week was getting the children to drum on their chairs to Wellerman. So I gave them patterns. So we used the sticks for a sound, the top of the chair for a different sound, and the side of the chair. So we learned some different patterns, and then we drummed to Wellerman. That was Friday afternoon with Year 6, and they absolutely loved it. So
I would love that as well. Goodness me, I might do that in my next kind of conference call that I have at work. It was like, right, we're going to play a game. They hate it when I start. I do play games with them at work. We had a big, huge kind of interactive client workshop that was taking on all day, and we used this tool called Miro. Other online collaboration tools are available, and basically it's like a great big sheet of paper and everyone can dial into it and you can see all their mouse cursors kind of move around. And as a icebreaker before we're going into this like really kind of intense kind of collaboration session, looking at the whole way that they're working, how they're building their software, how they've got their teams organized, so there's all this kind of stuff that we kind of go through. I've got this little game where I've got this board with lots of ingredients from a cafe, and then next to it I've got a whole load of plates, and then next to that I've got a whole load of flags of countries from around the world. So what they've got to do in their little teams, they have to go and look at the flags, identify who the flag is, go over to the plates, type in the name of the flag of the country for that flag, and then on the plate put all the ingredients of what that country is renowned to have for breakfast.
For breakfast.
And this is like with senior executives of kind of fairly high profile kind of insurance bank in Switzerland, and they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. That sounds absolutely wonderful. So that's a great way to finish off on a Friday. How about yourself, David? What was your highlight other than the two of us trying to break Disney Plus today, failing to share something to watch together?
I think this week, because we were building bridges in class, both emotionally and literally. We had lolly sticks and different bits and bobs, and just a whole load of masking tape, which is what one of the groups of children just decided to wrap up and make a bridge out of. So that was fun.
No, that's nice. I guess with the lollipips, you can do the lollipips, otherwise known as the lollipops. You can do the oh gosh, what's the name of the famous scientist? The bridge that doesn't have anything in, Leonardo da Vinci's bridge.
Oh yeah. There's a really good video on YouTube of a father and son making it in their back garden. Really good.
No, that's cool. Excellent. But of course, you know, if you've got a whole kind of roll of masking tape, then yeah, clearly that's that's the best thing there. Amy was saying, can we have a moment just to think about poor Mano, who's Jamie's other half, Jamie's going to be under his feet a lot more. Oh no, my heart goes out to you, Mano. I think Mano's going to try and find other projects are available for Jamie to do. There's a quick edit there from Jamie. Can say thanks to Mark as well. I've been told to check my WhatsApp messages. I'm not sure. And yes, sorry, that was the thing. So a huge thank you to Mark, who's also somebody else that's working behind the scenes from Club F.O.D, because Jamie forgot to mention them. So yes, thank you, Brendan. I did. The fourth bridge, or the Cantilever Bridge.
The Cantilever Bridge, yeah. The suspension bridge, the beam bridge. Yeah, we've looked at all of those. And Isambard Kingdom Brunel was our key person. So.
And I think the interesting thing as well is the Millennium Pedestrian Bridge in London, the one that was famously wobbling. Is a suspension bridge, even though people think that suspension bridges are just the bits that go up, but that one, it actually goes outwards, so it actually is exactly the same as a suspension bridge. That's really cool. Are we both ready for the
Can I
game?
just say one thing to Amy? The dog has now moved from the sofa.
I know, the dog is now like still doesn't need much attention. This dog, it's kind of like likes to sleep everywhere and likes to be close to me as well. So this is a variation of a game that has been played before, and I think actually, David, last time you played the other variation of this game, so you will be thrilled.
That makes me no more prepared.
You will be thrilled to realise that this is a guessing game. You're going to have 30 seconds to guess as many things that are written on my cards. These are actual things on the cards. So, for example, if it was types of cheese and cheddar wasn't written on my card, then you're not going to get a point for it. There are 6 options that are available, but this time, because last time there was 10, I was taking a minute, and I think it was kind of like going on for a little bit too long. This time you've only got 30 seconds. Ha! So there we go. It's going to be panic.
Let's just point out that last time I actually lost, so it's not really going to help.
But as you quite often say in the quiz, you enjoy coming second, so you know this is going to be like no kind of difference. Now, the way that it's going to work, so that everybody at home can join in as well, I'm going to read out something of which then there are 6 answers on my card. Now, there may very well be lots of other answers that are also correct, but if they're not on my card, they don't count. Now, if, for example, Helen, if it was your go, you're trying to guess as many of those 6 in 30 seconds. The number that you are able to guess is the number of points that you're going to win. Okay, if you guess all 6 of them, you're going to get the full 6 points. Now, if you were only able to guess 3 of them, then I throw the question over to David, who only has to tell me one very quickly without going, very, very quickly. If they are able to guess at least one, they get all of the rest of the points that you were unable to have. So if you only guess one thing right, and then your opponent was to find another thing, then they're going to get all 5. If you don't guess any, then they could get all 6. It works both ways round, so it's nice and fair. I think it's a great kind of fair game.
But also,
now,
Helen, you have to listen to the answers the other person gives, because Sophie won't tell you what answers they gave you already. So
Yes, I'm not going to go, oh,
she's
no,
a bit
they've said
evil
that.
like that.
Give me another one. So,
Okay.
and it's got to be exactly as written on the card is the other thing.
So we can't hear each other.
Oh, you should be able to hear each other. Now,
You'll be listening though.
So I don't know whether you remember last time, David, but Helen, because it's your first time dialing in, on the screen that you've got in front of you where you can see us, on the right-hand side, there's a little speech bubble. If you click on the little speech bubble, you are now going to see all of the comments that everybody is typing in from all of the various different places.
Do you want to disable that? Or
No. I want you to see it. I want you to see that. And if I asked you to disable it, you'd have gone, yeah, of course I have. I was like, there's no way for me to find out. So everybody else, now the way it's going to work for you is you're going to type in what you think is on my card, and you're going to type it in on the chat. Now, you will get a point, 1 point. You've got to keep the scores yourselves, because I'm not going to be able to kind of keep tally of everybody's score myself. So you can keep a tally of your own scores. For every one that you guess correctly that's on my card, you get a single point. So you could also get 6 points. However, you have to type it in the chat. If you don't type it in the chat, you may have thought about it, you may have said it out loud, you may have said it to your friend that's in the room, but if you haven't typed it in the chat, you don't get a point. It's simple and straightforward. So everyone okay and clear and understand exactly what's going on?
There's one more rule that everybody needs to do, and that's type in all of the answers during my rounds.
Let's be completely fair about this one, shall we? So I hope everyone is all okay for that. Everyone's understanding what's going to happen on there. Now, the first thing that we need to do is we need to figure out of the two of you who is going to go first. So let's think about this. Starting from Sunday, Helen, which day of the week is your birthday this year?
oh my goodness, I have no idea.
I'm looking to look at my calendar.
I'm gonna have to. It's right at the end of the year.
This is clearly the toughest question that I'm going to be asking. Like, what day?
Okay, my birthday is on a Friday.
Your birthday is on a Friday.
This year.
Ooh. David, what day of the week is your birthday this year?
Mine is on a Monday.
Okay, so I said starting from the Sunday, so that goes Sunday, Monday, and then of course it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So thank you very much. David, you're going to get the first question. And as Amy has quite rightly pointed out, and in case if anybody else hasn't said happy birthday to Amy, please type in happy birthday to the chat, because that's the other thing.
Happy birthday to ya. Other songs are available.
Other songs are available. So David, you're going first. Okay. And I know that there are other people that are going to get this fairly quickly. Okay, so you are going to have 30 seconds. Now you can only start giving me answers once I start the clock. The music's going to go first and then the clock, okay?
Okay.
London Underground lines. London Underground lines. Here's your 30 seconds.
Okay. Circle, Hammersmith and City, the Queen Victoria line's the new one. Is there a district line? I don't know. I'm completely. What are the other colours? The pink one. No, I'm completely lost it.
Loads of answers coming up into the chat.
Yeah, I
obviously
forgot to even look at that.
So there we go. So you managed to score 1. So very,
right.
very well done. So you do get 1 point on that one. So I'm going to go into here and I shall give you a single point. So Helen, this is for you to now kind of steal some points, okay? For a steal of 5.
Okay.
And you can't say.
Oh, do I have to go straight into?
You have to go straight into it. London Underground line. Give you just one. I just want one. Just give me one.
Metropolitan.
Metropolitan line is on my card, and you've got 5 points. So that's absolutely fantastic. So even though you didn't get there to begin with, so that's really cool. Darren has scored 6 apparently, but you don't know what the answers are. Because they've got to be on my card and I've not read them out. It's not can you think of 6, right? Are you typing them in? So there's lots of different ones. Amy's worked on 3 of them. Amy does work on the underground, overground, and occasionally one billing free. You could have had, so for those, and bearing in mind it's only if you've typed it into the chat do you get a point, okay? You could have had Victoria, Central, Metropolitan, Hammersmith and City, Jubilee and Bakerloo. They were all the ones that were on my card. So very well done for everybody that was able to get that. Let me just reset the clock that's on there. So Helen, this is now your opportunity. Are you ready for... right, so here we go. I forgot to do this. Let's go for round 2. Cool. Helen. Pencil case contents.
A pencil, a rubber, a sharpener, a glue stick, felt tip pens, staples, blue tack, oh my gosh, gel pens. I'm trying to think what the kids have in their pencil case. Stickers. Yeah, that's...
By my calculations, because they're coming through thick and fast and I've got to focus on 2 different things, I think you scored 3 out of that one. So that takes your score up to 8. There's still lots of answers coming through on the chat. So
Don't worry, that was the one I was going to say anyway. So
David, for a steal of 3, can you name one of the 3 items that Helen was not able to?
It's not on there. It's your fault, Helen. I'm going to go for ruler.
Ruler is on my card, so very well done. So that takes you up to 4 points, and that's fantastic. There's loads of answers that are coming in. I'm not going to put them all up on there, although I'm not quite sure what was in your pencil case, Erica. So Erica's got cigarettes in there. So, but it doesn't say that it's for a child. It just says pencil case content. So that's quite possible. You could have had. So some of these have been said. So for those of you that are playing along at home, and bearing in mind, just to remind you, you have to write it in the chat to get the point. You can't just say it between yourselves. Okay. You could have had sharpener, highlighter, a rubber or eraser, a protractor, a ruler, and also a glue stick as well. So some of those things were said.
The thing that always dries up.
Amazing. So that's really cool. So there's some good scores that are coming in there. So are we ready for the next round?
Why not?
David. I'll reset that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. And everybody that's watching online, I hope you're all ready as well. Pay attention to the next thing. Large wild cat species.
Okay, lion, tiger, panther, lynx, mountain lion, puma, jaguar, I think I said panther, but I'll say panther. Cheetah.
Okay, so those that were within time, right, you were able to score 4 points, so that takes you
Damn it.
up to 8. So we've got opportunity now, Helen, to say, give me one...
leopard. Sorry. Not...
a leopard, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be really mean and say that's not on my list. It's a good, it is a large wildcat species. Hannah, how about everybody else that's on there? We've got tiger, we've got ocelot, we've got bobcat, and yes, this is the reason why we've got snow leopard. Snow leopard is on the card, okay? And panther is effectively a black leopard, but there we go. Lion, tiger, panther, cheetah, puma. So there's lots of different tiger, lion, lynx, puma, jaguar. You don't have to type it all in the same line. You can just type them out separately. So that's and you can guess as many things as you want to. So the things that were on my card was a cheetah. I think that's what is that the one that you went? Oh, a cheetah, and then like
Yeah.
So
I should have just stolen that.
You could have just stolen that one. So that was the cheetah, a puma or a cougar. Where a cougar is a mountain lion, but then you said, so I would have given you that because it is the same thing. It's a different name for the same thing.
Yeah.
But then you went, puma, cougar. I'm like you've just said the same thing 3 times. Jaguar, tiger, lion, and snow leopard. So that was another one. So that kind of brings the score back down to we go back to kind of like level peggings and what have you. Okay, now are we ready, Helen, for the next round? And here we go. I will start the next round.
You got the timer ready, so.
Thank you very much. The timer, I don't have to reset the timer. When I press play on the timer, it automatically starts from the whole thing, but it looks a little bit nicer. Little Mr. OCD, or are you CDO because you're so OCD?
This is what teachers are like. It's got to be done right.
Got to be done right. It's got to be done right for teachers.
Do it again.
Okay, I'm sorry, I've reset. How can I reset it again? It's already reset. That's fine. So Helen, this is for your opportunity now. Are we ready? And everyone paying attention at home. Here we go. Classic family board games. Here we go. I'll give you 30 seconds.
Monopoly, Cluedo, Scrabble, the Generation Game, Ludo, Snakes and Ladders, chess. No, it's not really a family game, is it? The Game of Life.
Oh, it's a lot harder than it looks, isn't it? It's a lot harder than it looks. Okay, so by my calculations, you managed to score 3. So it could, let's see. Oh no, so that's 8 plus 3 is 11. Let's try to test out my mental arithmetic. So you've got 11. So David, very quickly, give me one answer.
I'm going to say Twister.
is not on the list. So unfortunately, you do not steal the other points for that one. There's some great games that have been mentioned. We've got Cluedo, we've got Ludo, we've got Family Feud, I think is what it's also known as. Monopoly.
Trivial Pursuit.
Loads have been said.
Yeah.
We've got Drafts, Hungry Hippo, Headaches is another family game at Christmas. Everyone tends to get that, and then Trivial Pursuits as well. So there's lots of fantastic answers. However, the ones that you're going to get points for, if you have typed them into the chat, are Ludo, Trivial Pursuit, Risk, Snakes and Ladders, Mousetrap, and
Mousetrap.
Game
nearly said Mousetrap, but then I was like, no.
Game of Life was on there as well, so I think you kind of surprise yourself. So if you've said any of those, well done. Give yourself a point and what have you. So now let's get over to David then for the next round. Are we ready to play?
Yeah, why not?
There's not much else to do. I'm here. I may as well play. So let me kind of reset that one through. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this one might be a little bit tougher, but let's just see how you get on to it. Okay. Everyone pay attention at home as well, and don't forget to type your answers in. If you type it and it matches on my card, then you will also get a point. So here we go. And Helen, you need to be thinking about these in case you want to steal the point. Okay, David. Singers on the original Do They Know It's Christmas? Okay, get ready. Here we go.
Literally got no idea. It's all blank. Boy George. Oh no, I'm just going with what people are coming up with. Oh yeah, Sting.
Damn it! I was going to say that.
Well, with some clever thinking on there, because there's lots of people.
Thank you, everybody at home.
You managed to get 3 points on there, so that takes your score up to 11. But now, Helen, you can edge forward by another 3 points if you are able to give me one other one that hasn't been mentioned.
Paul Young. Did you say Paul Young?
Paul Young was said, so unfortunately that doesn't count. So you've already, that was one of the ones that that was said. You could have had. Okay, so for those that are typing in the chat and what have you, here are the things that are going to get you points only if you've typed it in the chat. Simon Le Bon, Sting, Boy George, Paul Young, George Michael, and Paul Weller. Now, obviously, there were lots of other ones in there as well. So that's that one. Okay, so back over to you. It's still like even Stevens, as they say, all to play for, everything to play for. So are we ready for the next round? Yeah, why not? Look, why not? Fair enough. Okay, here we go. Let me reset the little cheaty thing.
Timer.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. I don't want to have like lots of memes being like done in the virtual party with like reset the timer, Sophie, because I don't have to. I can just.
We'll get Amy on the background.
I was going to say, right. Yeah. So feed the worms. I hope that is a picture of. I'm not even sure what that picture is, but there we go. Right. So, Helen, this is your turn. Okay, are you ready for this? Are you ready at home? David, get your thinking cap on as well. Here we go. And your subject is, Helen? Muppets.
Oh my God. I'm not a fan. Kermit, Miss Piggy, Gonzo. I'm getting all mixed up now. Animal. Beaker, Fizzy. The Swedish Chef.
Wow, well done. That was fantastic. There's loads on there. You actually managed to pull 5 out of the bag on that one, so that's absolutely brilliant. So, David, you've only got the opportunity to steal 1.
The only one that I could think of, but I think I'm thinking of the wrong show. Because everybody else is thinking of Sesame Street because they're putting Elmo and Big Bird in, which is wrong. And I'm pretty sure my one is from Sesame Street as well. So, oh God.
I'm going to have to rush you. I'm going to have to rush you.
I'm just going to have to pass. I'm going to have to pass.
Okay, so you don't have the opportunity there. Loads of great answers on there. In the chat, I think you meant fuzzy or fizzy bear, fizzy. So that's quite funny.
Ralph is the one I think I was thinking of.
The other one that was on the list that wasn't mentioned was Gonzo. So I want the full list for everyone that's playing along at home. Okay, Kermit the Frog, the Swedish Chef, Miss Piggy, Animal, Beaker, and Gonzo are all the 6. But very, very well done for getting.
I'm pretty sure Helen said Gonzo, didn't you?
I think I did. I don't.
Yeah, I think she did say Gonzo.
Well, there's one you didn't. There was definitely one you didn't say.
That's fine. I'm
Beaker. I don't think you said. I don't think.
I can't. I'm very happy that I got 5 on that round.
You got 5. So that was really, really, really good. Waldorf.
I just like the fact that there's quite a lot of people that are mixing up Sesame Street and the Muppets. It's brilliant.
I was thinking the Cookie Monster bit, and I was like, I'm sure that's Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And then loads of people started putting in like Elmo and stuff, and I was like, I'm not the only one who's getting them mixed up.
Right, so my calculations are, David, it's your round, yes?
The calculations say that I'm not going to win this.
Okay. Right, let me reset the thingy, and I will be paying just as much attention as I can on this one. So we're ready again now for another round. We've only got a few rounds left. For those that are panicking in case this game is going to go on forever, it probably will. It might seem like it goes on forever. So this time, David, I do think this one's right up your street. Not casting any kind of aspersions on you, but I think
characters.
No, they're not much. They're like, no, I'll probably throw you and say DC characters, and you're like,
this
oh!
This was my attempt at trash talk.
Oh, nice, yes. But it's DC though. It's not Marvel.
Yeah, it's DC. That's it. That's why I was representing the enemy. even though I do actually prefer Marvel.
There we go. You heard it here first.
Get in his head if I was wearing a DC t-shirt.
Oh, nice. I like that tactics. A nice bit of game plan on that one. Anyway, David.
They've done a Snyder cut for the Justice League. So that's just been released on Now TV. So, but it was quite funny because apparently it's when they were playing it on Sky, they put on a rom-com instead of the Zack Snyder cut, as I think is a Sarah Jessica Parker one as well, which I think was meant to be which was funny.
Brilliant. Okay, so for everyone at home, pay attention, and obviously in the game studio as well. I'll get ready to do the timer, and don't worry, it will automatically reset. David, don't panic. Pantomime characters.
Widow Twankey, Fairy Godmother, Aladdin, Wishy Washy, Buttons, Cinderella, Pantomime horse. Um, 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 no, not acrobat. No.
Oh, David, you managed to get 2. Okay, so I actually thought you were going to
I
really
was gonna,
kind of like tranche that one and get a maximum of 6. You managed to get 2. So for a chance to score 4,
He said everything, the only things I could even think of. So I'm going to have to try and steal it from the side. Sorry, I'm going to go with the genie.
the genie is not on my list, I'm afraid. So it's still there.
The Ugly Sisters. It's the Ugly Sisters, isn't it?
So for those of you that are playing along at home, here's the things. Remember, only if you get it into the chat. I do like the fact that Eric has gone, Ugly Sister, Ugly Sister 2, and then Ugly Sister 3. You could have had, so some of these were said, Widow Twanky, Dick Whittington, Mother Goose, The Ugly Sisters, Buttons, and Puss in Boots. So there are all the ones that you could have had there. I bet you're glad I didn't ask the other question that's on the bottom of this list, undefeated boxing champions, because we know how rubbish that we all are at sports kind of questions. So that goes on to there. And I've got to decide then out of the 2, I'm going to go for this question for you, Helen. So here we go for the next round. Get that ready, put it onto my little machine, and hopefully I will get this straight. So everybody at home, pay attention, because you're going to be typing them in as well. Obviously, David, you need to pay attention because you have opportunity to steal. Okay, here we go. David Bowie singles.
Oh my god. Okay. I can't even think of the names. I know how they go, and this is really embarrassing. I'm so sorry. I'm not a musician or anything. My mind's just gone completely blank. I'm so sorry.
Oh, goodness me, that's a real turn up for the books, that one, because I thought that was going to be one that you were, in the same way with David, with pantomime characters, I thought that was going to be one that you were going to tranche through. So, David, for the maximum opportunity of a steal of 6, can you tell me one David Bowie single, please?
I'm going mainly based on a TV show I watched a while back, so I'm going to say Life on Mars.
Is one of the 6 answers, so you do get yourself the 6 points. So very, very, very well done. So that's going to take you up to 19. So it's really, really close, and what have you now. Oh, so that was some great answers that are coming in there. I guess I've got to do it twice. Rebel. I think I've got to do. We've got Dancing in the Street. We've got SaturGAY. We've got Starman, Life on Mars, Space Oddity, Major Tom, Fashion, Ashes to Ashes, Let's Dance. So there's lots of different questions that are coming up on here. The ones that were on my card were Let's Dance, Rebel. If you just said Rebel, that don't get the point because it's got to be Rebel. Space Oddity, Heroes, Ashes to Ashes, and Life on Mars. Let's try and take that one off from there. Wow, that's brilliant. So
the spin-off off of Life of Mars was actually called Ashes to Ashes, so that makes sense now.
Yes, no, that's right. I'm just trying to go through because otherwise it looks like I've picked too many similar questions. We've done that one. I don't want to have to go through to the other one. I don't want to have to give you the boxing champions.
Come on,
We'll
Marvel
do-
characters. Let's do that one. Come on.
Right, I haven't seen one for Marvel characters. Or would you rather the MotoGP 500cc champions? I mean,
Absolutely
I'm
not.
Sure
Absolutely
which one that you're having on that one. So, I'm going to do it this way round. So this is the kind of final 2 sets of questions. So it's all to play for on here. So let's go for David. This is your final question, and then there'll be a final question for Helen. So here we go. Let's start with the next round. David.
Yes.
Star constellations.
Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, Big Dipper, by star signs, maybe.
Can't hear you very well. We have to stop Stuart's inquiries. Just pause on that one. Can we just check your sound because you're breaking in and out?
You hear me?
Right, I can hear you now. I'm not quite sure what was happening there. Okay, we're gonna carry on with the timer.
I'll repeat everything as quick as I can.
Go.
Okay, so Big Dipper, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, the North Star, the Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, all of those, because I'm sure there's some.
Stop. There we go. So that was a score of 2. So we had a slight technical challenge there with the sound, which is why we didn't have the background music playing on there. Helen, you can still.
I'm going to say Lyra.
Is not on my card. Oh, goodness me. That's an interesting one to go for, but there we go. I mean, everyone has their favourite kind of constellations, have you? So there was lots that we could have had on there. Well done for those that are typing it in there. I think, David, I thought it was funny that you were like, the Plough, Big Dipper, Ursa Major. That's the same thing. You've done it again. It's the same thing. You could have had Cassiopeia, Scorpio, Ursa Major, otherwise known as the Big Dipper, otherwise known as the Plough. You could have had Orion. You could have had Orion. You could have had Ursa Minor, otherwise known as the Little Dipper. Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Or you could have had the Crux, which is otherwise known as the Southern Cross. So if you had any of those, then please give yourself a point if you typed them in the chat. If you didn't type them in the chat, then it doesn't count. That's how these things work. So now we've got the opportunity.
I have to get all 6
goodness,
to
you have
win.
to get all
You
of them.
have to get all 6 of them right. Okay. And
You cannot be serious. I love that one, Rich.
Oh goodness me! Yes. Where was that one? So there we go. Okay, so this is the final round of the game. So here we go. Okay, for those of you playing at home, pay attention because you need to type in the answers in order to get the points. Helen, your topic is Disney baddies. I've got 30 seconds.
Jafar, Scar, Ursula, the Sea Witch, Medusa, oh God, bugger, I'm not gonna get it. No.
Okay, so you managed to score 1. That takes you up to very respectable 17. And David, so you do have the opportunity of stealing 5 if you give me one that hasn't been said, but one which is on my card.
The only other one that I could think of that wasn't said was Cruella de Vil.
That is on my card, so you takes you up to 26 points. So very well. Right, Snow White's mum was a villain, which is true, very true story, true that. Maleficent, Darth Vader,
I like Amy's one. Yeah, it's a good one.
That's good because it is technically Disney, so that's really true. So some really good ones that are in there as well. Other ones that you could have had. So some of these would have been said. The Queen of Hearts.
Of course.
Captain Hook. Cruella de Vil was said. Scar, Maleficent, and Shere Khan.
Shere Khan.
It's just your mind goes blank when you're sort of the timer's going and the music's playing in your head and you're like,
Yes. No, that's right. That's why we like the game segment. So at the end of that, absolutely fantastic. So let's have lots of clapping for everybody. So that's really good. Helen, that was brilliant. A respectable score.
Thank you so much.
17. So that was so good. David, for a winner for once. You don't come
again twice in 1 week.
I know he got booted down to last place on the quiz, what have you. So thank you both so very, very much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hope to see you both into the virtual party.
I'm going to refresh my drink.
So lots of applause there from Darren. Everybody that's watching online, put lots of applause and appreciation for Helen and David, who've been our contestants in tonight's quiz. The quiz section is normally it's every other week when I'm driving, and if you want to be a contestant on the week after next kind of show, send a message to Club F.O.D and we'll give you all of the different instructions. It will be a little fun game in the same kind of way that we've just done tonight, and we'll try and have lots and lots of fun. So very well done. Thank you to you both, and I shall
Queen of the quizzes.
Return back to our our studio. So thank you very much and bye.
Negative.
So that was the quiz section. So thank you very, very much to everybody. And it's here. I'm beer by myself now. I've been left all alone. There's no one here. No one wants to talk to me. But you're still here on the chat, which is really, really cool. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any ideas of games and things, I like to kind of have the physical games in my hands rather than doing them all online. So if there's other games that you think would be good, then kind of give us a shout and what have you. Now, the other thing that we need to kind of say is, don't forget, as always, at the end of the Friday shows and the Saturday shows, there is the virtual party which takes place in the wonderful world of Zoom. And you have the added advantage as well that you get to see me tear down the studio, because obviously this isn't my place. I've got this wonderful kind of green screen behind me. So the details for joining the Zoom party are on all of the different things and what have you. And if you've got kind of difficulty in finding the links and you want to join, then send us a message on Club F.O.D and we'll make sure that everything comes over to you. Before we kind of do any kind of wrapping up on of the show, I just want to get just a few moments from the FOD uncles that are going to tell us a little bit about our Fund of Diversity. If I can make the thing work.
What do you reckon the theme's going to be when the pubs reopen?
I think we've got a bit of time to talk about that. In the meantime, we need to talk to these good people.
Oh, sorry. Hello, we are the FOD Uncles from Club F.O.D. We are an LGBT plus charity based in Reading.
As a charity, we raise funds and periodically give grants to groups who support our charity's aims. As a charity, we want our community to come up with suggestions as to who our grants go to, and at the moment we have funds which are available to issue as grants.
As part of our community, do you know of any individual, group, business, organisation or company that actively support the LGBT plus community that you feel could benefit from our support?
Please have a think about this and contact us. We really do want you to get in touch, so please email us at
funds@f-d.co.uk. That is funds@f-o-d.co.uk, all lowercase. And give us a brief reason why you feel Club F.O.D could help.
And also please include contact details for your nomination.
Thank you in advance.
Martin.
Brendan. Thank you. Cheers.
So that's what we need you to do to kind of come up with the suggestions of how to use all the money that we have. We've got up to other side. There we go. It's we're up to £110 from our target, and I don't have the splash banner to tell you, which I don't have it set up on this screen. I need to configure it. It's on the other screen that is on there. But if you go to clubfod.org.uk, there's some information there as to how you can donate, or you can you can still go to www.SaturGAY.co.uk, and there's a link in there also. We've got lots of really interesting things that we kind of do for the community, but we'd like to do more. So kind of give us your suggestions, as the FOD uncles were saying. Coming up this next week, then let's kind of go through on our weekly schedule. There's a couple of things which are not listed in there, but let's kind of go through our weekly schedule. So on Monday we have the FOD Buzz quiz, which is a Zoom party, and the link for the Zoom is on there. It's completely free to play. You've got to have your phone. There's a different app that you can do, so it's really good. Alternative weeks, so we had one on Tuesday just gone, so not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday will be the Lady Loft show. And then alternative weeks, again, I think it is on this week, is the weekly woof. On Thursday, there's a change of schedule. We don't have the updated on there. So we do actually have the sofa talks from Support You. Really informative shows that they put on once a month using the platforms that we use. So Gary's not going to be on Thursday, but the sofa talks from Support You is going to be on from 7 o'clock, I think, and that's going to be on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitch, and all the other bits and pieces. Then from Friday at 6 on the radio, we've got the FOD uncles, followed by the finale of the season for Wake's World whilst they go on a break. So catch up on Friday for that one, and then followed by the virtual party in the Zoom room, And then on Saturday from 5 o'clock, it will be the FOD Uncles on the radio, another fantastic radio show. Then on Saturday next week, it will be Jamie's driving, so it will be the two of us on SaturGAY Live, followed by another party. So I hope I've kind of remembered all the different things that I need to remember. And I just want to say another big thanks to Jamie. So in the couple of weeks' time, I'm going to be here all by myself. Now, as much as I love talking, I don't really like talking to myself. So I'm going to put a request out to all of you, and I guess in a similar way to how other programs are available, like the Have I Got News for You? There's kind of like guest presenters and what have you. How about you come and join? Oh, on that side, I always forget it's flipped it round. So you come and join me next to me in the studio, in the virtual studio, for that half-hour section before we get into the quiz, and then come back at the end. If you're interested and you want to be there, if you've got a green screen, that's even better, because we can put you like side by side. If you haven't got a green screen, then don't worry, I could put you in a little picture frame. And like I did with Jamie the other day when were having difficulty and they weren't able to use the green screen room. So I'm looking out for guest co-presenters, and we can have a little bit of a conversation, we can have a little bit of a chat. If you're interested, please do message on Club F.O.D or even onto F.O.D at home and say that you're interested, and we can send you all the joining instructions and we can be part of the show. So this is your opportunity. You know, the whole thing about Club F.O.D is it's for the community, by the community. So this, you know, if you want to go on to one of the quiz sections, then come onto the quiz section. You don't have to have, it's not like Mastermind or anything, because some of the questions are a bit kind of outlandish. And if you want to just be part of the show, then just kind of join, just message us, and we can arrange all of that. Harry, that would be amazing. We'll kind of get in touch with you. David has put the link. I'm guessing that's the link to the virtual party, so fingers crossed that's what it is. The party will be open, the doors will be open, so I'm sure Mark will be letting you in if you're not already in the party at the moment and watching the hilarious scenes. It was quite funny at the end of the show last week, and I joined the party because when Jamie's driving, there's less for me to do when I'm on here. So I actually joined the Zoom party before the end of the show. Now, for those that actually do stay and watch the credits and stay and understand what happens at the end of the credits, I'm not quite sure how it's going to work today because I haven't edited the thing, but normally there's a little kind of circle with the two of us having a little bit of a merry dance. That isn't pre-recorded, right? We're doing that dance live for you as the credits. Now, I don't think that the people in the Zoom room actually realised that that was the case. They thought it was just a pre-recorded thing that we'd done, but no, it's actually kind of done live. So I was watching on the screen on my laptop whilst I'm then trying to pay attention to the credits and what have you at the end and do the merry little dance at the end, and everyone that's in the room is in absolute hysterics because they're just watching me dance. So that's the kind of stuff that we do for you. I hope that you have enjoyed tonight's show. Please do come and pop in, even if it's just for a few minutes. Pop into our virtual party. Say hello. We'll raise a glass together. I'll be joining in just a moment once the show's finished. Mark has confirmed that the Zoom room is the meeting is running. As I say, if you've got difficulties in kind of connecting in, then just kind of message us. So it's just like Thank you. Oh, wrong button. There we go. That's the one that I wanted. Clap for 30 seconds. There we go. So thank you again to Jamie, everybody that's working behind the scenes, to Helen and to David for a fantastic quiz section. It was absolutely wonderful. And I'm just going to bid you all good night, and I will see you in the Zoom room. All right, take care. Mwah. Love you. Bye-bye. In a minute, I'll switch.